Okay, let's see. First live, trying this out. Hopefully, we've got good sound and good video. Hopefully, you guys can see me okay. You can hear me okay. I don't know if there's anybody in here right now. It looks like there's nobody in the room just yet. So we may have to give this a few minutes and just see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in or not. We'll kind of just play it by ear and see what happens. So should I give it a few minutes? What do you think? I thought 7 p.m. would be a good time, but maybe I should have done later. I don't know. Maybe I didn't advertise enough, and maybe nobody saw it. If there's anybody in here, feel free to chat, say hello, send me a message, and we'll see how it goes. But first time doing this, so I don't know. Hopefully, I've got it set up right. It was a lot more complicated than doing this on my cell phone. I've done a live just a few times from my cell phone. They didn't turn out very well because the signal wasn't so great. But those were a lot easier than doing a live from my computer. There's a lot of stuff to set up now on here. So I did set it up an hour in advance. Maybe I should have done it a day in advance. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. When you do it from your phone, you just do it. You go for it. So that was new to me. First time you do it, it's a learning experience. So we'll see what happens. It says we have one person in here right now. Hopefully that's not me. We'll see what happens. It is only 1 minute after 7, so we'll give it a few minutes and see what happens. If we don't get anybody in here, like I said, first time doing this, so who knows what's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see. I do want to, before I get into details and start talking about things, I want to see if we can get some people in here and then go from there. We'll see how that goes. And if this doesn't pan out, maybe I'll try it once more and just do it a couple days in advance and advertise the live stream a little bit more. Now that I know I can schedule it, maybe I'll schedule it a week in advance so you guys know a long time ahead of time. But we'll see. We shall see. Still showing one. I bet that's me. I'm just here having a live chat with myself. We'll see how this works out. I did write a little script, just kind of some things I wanted to talk about, and we'll see if anybody shows up, and if they do, we'll talk. Oh, we've got somebody else. Now there's 2 people in here. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. So if you guys, if you want to chat, feel free. I got the chat open. You can send messages. I can, obviously, with 2 people in here, I can reply back to you really easily. If you have questions, feel free to ask questions. And don't mind me, I'm sucking on a cough drop because I've had a little bit of a cough the last few days, and I'm trying not to do that on camera. So as I was just mentioning, I put my bullet points down on a piece of paper because if I'm going to be talking on the camera for who knows how long and talking to people and giving them some details, I'd like to not go, what was I going to say? So I've got a list of things to talk about, including our most recent trip to Pennsylvania and some other things. And of course, the big one, 10K. 10K is a big number. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And the way that's going to work is there's going to be a couple of questions. You're going to have to answer those questions in a comment. And the cool thing is it doesn't have to be on this video. It can be any video that comes out in the month of September. So you have 30 days to go in there and just simply leave a comment answering the 3 questions. And they're simple questions, trust me. Answer the 3 questions, and it'll put you in the drawing for the prize, which we'll get to that in a minute. I'm not going to give that away just yet. What I'll do is I'll take everybody who got correct names. We'll put them in there, and then we'll draw a name from the people that did submit correct answers. I'll put those names into a randomizer. There's a couple different programs online that do this great job of putting a bunch of information and spin a wheel, and it just picks somebody at random. That's how I'm going to draw. It'll be completely random. I won't have anything to do with it. Whatever name comes up, that'll be the winner. That winner will be announced the first week of October, give or take. Depends on how many entries we get. I mean, obviously, if I get like 200-300 entries, I've got to sit and put everybody's name in. You only have to enter once because when you put those names into the randomizer, it automatically deletes duplicate entries. So don't bother entering more than once. It won't give you a better chance or anything like that. One time. And the way it's going to work, there is 3 questions, as I mentioned. So I'll talk about this a little bit right now, and then we'll get into, by the way, got a few more people in here right now. We'll talk about this, and then we'll get into the prize. All right, so the first question will be real simple. What's your favorite video that I've done? I've got like, I think it's 178 or 179 videos out there, not even including the shorts. That's just full-length videos. And I know it's not a lot. For somebody who's had a channel for close to 5 years, that's not a lot of videos. And I realize that, but there's a lot more coming. So what's your favorite video? That's number 1. What is your, and this is a cool one, what is your favorite theme park? And it doesn't have to be one that I've been to. I mean, if you went to Six Flags, Texas, let me know. Tell me what's great about that park. What do you like? So that's something, you can let me know about, and maybe it's something I should go check out. So that's a good one there too. And then the third one is a little more specific. Hopefully you guys have been watching the channel. As you know, we go to different places all the time. We pick up all kinds of different souvenirs. There are 2 in specific that I try to get every single time I can. I'm not going to mention those, but there's 2 specific ones, and you just have to name one of those that I always try and get when we go somewhere. It doesn't matter which one it is, just name it. So those 3 things, you're going to have to tell me your favorite video, your favorite theme park, and what souvenir do I usually try and get. You would leave a comment with that stuff in any video in September, any video that I put out during September. I will take all those correct answers. I mean, you can, obviously the first 2, you could pretty much have any answer you want, because those are your opinions, whatever you like for parks and whatever you like for my videos. So those are easy. Those are givens. The last one, you just got to know the souvenir. I will pick those names that have those answers correct. I will put them in the randomizer. I will select a name the first week of October, and the winner is going to get a hotel voucher for 1 night, a $50 gift card, and some Your Adventure Compass merch. So, and I haven't decided what the merch is going to be, but I am wearing my my t-shirt today. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me stand up a little bit better. Got my Your Adventure Compass t-shirt on. So I will be giving you something. It's probably not going to be a shirt though, because everybody's different sizes, and I don't want to get something too big or something too small. And I'm probably going to stick with the main logo, but it might be something you can use on your trip. Maybe cooler, maybe something to drink out of, something that you can use when you go away for that weekend and have the trip. That's part of the reason I chose a overnight hotel stay and the dinner card, $50 restaurant card. That way you guys can kind of just get out, and that's my whole goal, is to get you to get out there, have a good time, and enjoy life and enjoy the adventure. So that's the giveaway. You got a whole month to enter, plenty of time to do that. We'll talk about recent stuff. Went to Pennsylvania. That was a great trip, really was. We had a blast there. We did Hershey's Park and the Hershey's Chocolate World, both really fun. Those videos are out already. We also went to Knoebels. Super great family-oriented theme park, free entry, pay per ride. So, I mean, you couldn't ask for a cooler theme park. It was a lot of fun. They had some unique rides there as well. That was very enjoyable. Went to Philadelphia as well. You probably saw my last video. Came out this past Monday. It was the Philly cheesesteak. And, that was a good time. Got to try out the official Philly cheesesteak. Really good. I would highly recommend, if you're there, to get one. And then also the water ice. That was different too. I've never had that. I forgot to mention in the video, I got the, I think it was peach mango. I forgot to mention there was actually chunks of peach in it. So kind of a unique thing. We also went to a couple places that I haven't put videos out on yet, and I'll tell you about this. We went to Valley Forge. If you're not familiar with Valley Forge, that's where George Washington, our first president, trained the troops to fight off the British, because while we had already declared our independence, we kind of got our butts kicked, and they weren't having it. So we got kicked out of Philadelphia by the British, and Washington retreated about 20 miles and trained a bunch of troops and did it over the wintertime. And even though they lost more people from sickness and, starvation and stuff like that, the troops that made it were the strongest, and they came out and we kicked the British's butts, and they took off, and that's what kind of got the country moving. So Valley Forge, very cool to see how all of that was set up. Got to tour Washington's house. You'll see that in the video. And we also went to Independence Hall. Independence Hall, of course, where the Declaration was not originally written, but where it was kind of debated on, hey, we like this, we don't, you know how that goes with the politicians. It was the same back then. One person liked this, the other person didn't, and they had to kind of hammer out the details, and the details were hammered out there in Independence Hall and signed. And then also, this is a big one. This one's coming up. This is my next video, actually. The location we stayed at, it's called Blue Rocks Campground. It was kind of in the center of eastern Pennsylvania, in a town called Leonard. And when we were there, we ended up, they have this rock formation, this geological rock formation that's from a glacier. We ended up walking over to that, which is actually in the campground, took some photos, and then we found out there's a hiking trail. You can hike up this mountain, and you can see everything from the top of this mountain. So we hiked up the mountain and got to see that. That's an interesting video. And I make it sound easy now. That was difficult. Wait till you guys see that. So that's coming up. And then we've got a couple more videos. We also went to Cleveland recently. We did Kalahari and Sandusky again. I finally got to see the outside of Kalahari, which was awesome. In fact, I enjoyed it so much because of the weather. We spent most of our time outside, a little bit inside, but mostly outside because it was so nice. We also did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there's another little surprise that's coming up to start off and kick off our haunt season at the end of September. I'm saving that one for a little bit later. Let's see what we've got. Doesn't look like I'm seeing a lot of people in here. So unfortunately, I'm going to give this a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to have to wrap it up because I don't think anybody's seeing this. I had 3 at one point, and there's 1 person left. So if you guys did enjoy this, let me know. We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to let you know about that. I want to let you know about the giveaway, and thank everybody, obviously, because without you guys wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. We'll see if I can make this something that everybody can see past today. I will put it up. Hopefully we can make this something that people can continue to view and not just a one-time thing. We'll find out. Hopefully that works out all right. So once again, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Really appreciate it. Oh, and suddenly, 14 minutes after I start, there's now suddenly 4 people in here. Okay. Well, that's good. I guess I'll refresh you guys real quick. If you just joined, tell you a little bit. This is my first live, by the way. I haven't done a live on a computer from home ever. First time. Can you guys hear me okay? If you can, let me know. Everything sound good? Feel free to send me a chat. Say hello. Well, hopefully you can hear me. So, guys, I'm doing a giveaway. I want to thank everybody for signing up, becoming a member, subscribing. I know it's not a big thing. It's free, But I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. And my way of doing that, by hitting 10,000 subscribers, I want to do a giveaway. The way it's going to work, I've got 3 questions. The first 2 are like choose your own answer, basically. And the third one, you got to have a little bit of background on me, or on the channel at least. You maybe watched a video or so, then it'll work out. So the first one, what's your favorite video from this channel? You can pick any video. Any video from this channel is a correct answer. The second question, what is your favorite theme park? It doesn't have to be something I covered on the channel. You can pick any theme park that you like and that is your favorite. That's an answer. That's fine. That's acceptable. And then the last one's a little more detailed. And that is when we go on trips, when we go to different locations, there's always certain things that I look for to take home as a souvenir. There's 2 in specific that I can think of that always stick out in my mind as things that I always like to take home as a souvenir. You can put either one of those 2 items, perfectly acceptable. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to leave a comment in any video that I put out in September. You're just going to leave a simple comment. So basically anything after today. Any video that comes out after today, leave a comment, answer these 3 questions, and the winner, which will be drawn randomly, will receive a gift card for a free overnight hotel stay and also a gift card for free dinner. And you'll get some Your Adventure Compass merch. And excuse me for 1 second, I need to take a drink of water. I've had a bit of a cough the last week and sucking on cough drops here, trying to get rid of it, but it's tickling the back of my throat again, and I think I need another one. So once again, anyone who submits the correct answers will be added to the list. That list will be put into a computer. There's a couple of programs. One I think is called Online Randomizer or something like that. Whatever names you put in, it will filter out any duplicates. So you don't want to submit more than once. Those names will go in there. It'll randomize and give me one name, and that's going to be the winner. That'll be the first week of October. Sorry. That'll be the first week of October that I'll draw that winner. Again, 3 questions. Favorite video on this channel. Favorite theme park. Any theme park, doesn't have to be one I've covered. And lastly, name one of the 2 souvenirs that I usually try and pick up when I go somewhere. Put those in a comment on any video in September. I'll put all those names on the list, randomize them, draw one. Winner will be announced first week of October. I will probably do a video on that to announce the winner, and we'll go from there. Pennsylvania. We just got back from Pennsylvania. You guys probably seen a lot of videos coming out. We did Hershey Park. We did Knoebels. Went to Philadelphia. Videos that have not come out yet that will be coming out in the next week or 2. Valley Forge and Independence Hall, both historical videos, really cool places to check out. Lots of great history there. And the next video, that kind of fits what's going on right now. Because this, I don't know if I told you guys, this took 5 years to get to this point, 10,000 subscribers. And this year really blew up. It started with, a very slow start. I don't even know I put out many videos, if any, in February. I think I put 1 or 2 out in January. I don't think I did any in February. And I've heard that February is a slow month, but it was a very slow month for me. There was a lot going on. Business-wise, I didn't have the time to edit videos and put videos together. There wasn't, in Michigan, where I'm from here, there's not a lot of places to go in the wintertime because of the weather. I'm not big into skiing or any of the winter sports, so that makes it difficult. I like to camp. I like to hike, things like that. So I didn't have much to put out, but we got to March. And March was a big month here because in March, I was watching a YouTuber who you'll probably know, who's down in Ohio, and his name is Roman Atwood. And here's the dumb thing. I had never, ever like heard that name, Roman Atwood. Never heard that name until I started watching his more recent channel where he bought a laundromat and started. I've seen the prank videos. I just didn't know his name. I didn't know that was the same guy. I didn't know anything beyond, oh, that was a cool prank video, and I just stopped watching and I never subscribed. So took a trip down to the laundromat back in March, and we didn't know if we were going to run into him. We didn't know what was going to happen. Went down there and I said, let's go to the laundromat. We had just got there that day, so let's go to the laundromat. We'll go in and we'll buy merch today and look around at the, that way if he's, because it's late, he's not coming in. It's like, I think it was like 6 o'clock. I'm like, he's not going to be there. So we'll just go check it out, see what's going to happen. And, we'll buy some merch and look around the store, and maybe we can meet some of the people that work there and whatnot, play the claw machines, all the, that stuff. So that was our plan. And we get down there, we were just about to leave. And Becky, who works at the laundromat, says, I heard from somebody that he's on his way in. This never happens. I said, oh, well, that's cool. So about 15 minutes later, he shows up in the little truck, and the entire bed of the truck is filled with ice and the brand new Watermelon Kinetic. And I said, I could not have picked a better day to show up at the laundromat. That was just fantastic. We just luck. We just happened to be there at the right day at the right time. That worked out fantastic. Got to meet Roman, super nice guy. I did not get to meet Brittany. She wasn't there, so we didn't go back the next day. I didn't want to pester him. I mean, I had met him already, and I just didn't want to keep bothering him. But, I do have to thank Roman Atwood for one thing. He gave me some advice, because I asked him, I said, if you can give me some YouTube advice. I said, I've been struggling. I said, I'm almost at 5,000. What's your words of wisdom to keep it going? I said, unfortunately, I have another job, so I can't constantly do videos every day. I can't be a daily vlogger like Roman is. And he said, shorts, do shorts. Make sure you start putting out shorts. He goes, try and get at least 2 videos out a week. And that's what I've been trying to do, is to get at least 1 full video and 1 short out. And that plan has taken me from, in March, being at like 4,000 and something, to here. What are we, like 4 months later, and we're at 10,000 subscribers. And a lot of it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go back and just real quick reiterate, because I know there's people fluctuating in and out here. If you just joined the channel, thank you so much for being a subscriber. There's a giveaway coming up, and it pretty much starts after today. The next video that comes out, you can enter the giveaway. The giveaway is really simple. There's 3 questions. You're going to answer it as a comment in any video that comes out in September. So you don't have to do it in this video. You're going to do it in any video that comes out in September. There's 3 questions, and they're ridiculously simple. What is your favorite video that I've done on this channel? What is your favorite theme park, regardless of whether I've covered it or not? And lastly, there are 2 souvenirs that I usually look for when I go to a location for any kind of a trip. We go here, we go there. There's 2 things that I usually try to look for to buy, and you have to name one of them. It doesn't matter which one. Leave those 3 in, and this will all be written out, by the way. I'll have a written list both on my Facebook page and on the YouTube channel, so you guys will be able to see that, how to enter. You're going to leave it as a comment in any video in September. Everybody who does that will be entered into a drawing. It'll be randomized. There'll be a winner draw in the first week of October, and you will win, if you are the lucky recipient, you will win a 1-night hotel voucher, a $50 restaurant gift card, and some sort of Your Adventure Compass merch. Haven't decided what it's going to be yet. Could be a tumbler, could be a lunchbox, could be a cooler, something like that. So I talked about our trip to Pennsylvania. That was a blast. What I didn't talk about, guys, last year we went to Branson, Missouri. that was a doomed trip. If there was a real life National Lampoon's Vacation, that was it. I'm not even kidding. You guys never heard the behind the scenes, 'cause I don't like to talk about that in the video. I just like to keep things happy and friendly. I do have a video from that I can put out from that trip. I was debating on whether to put it out or not, because I actually filmed 2 different endings for that video. One is the truth, and one is the, oh, everything's fine. And I couldn't bring myself to put it out because I don't want to lie to you guys. I want to tell you the truth. I want to tell you what it's like, but I also don't want it to be like unhappy. You know, this is kind of like a break from reality on this channel. That's my goal, is to provide you guys with something fun to get your mind off the everyday stuff. I mean, there's politics everywhere you look. There's all kinds of like horrible things that happen daily. My goal is to kind of set you guys away from that, provide some sort of entertainment, even if it's like through my camera, to show you guys that stuff so you can see it. But I'll tell you what happened. So last year we were supposed to leave. I think it was in mid-August. No, it was the first week of August. First week of August, we were supposed to leave for Branson, Missouri. And it was, I think it was the day before we were getting ready to leave. And my mom called. And I was just getting ready to go get ice for the cooler, because I was going to put stuff in the cooler that night so that everything would be packed for the morning. And she called me and she said, I think you need to come over here. We're at the hospital and your dad had a stroke. And that was a big game changer right there. I'm like, well, that's it. Trip's off. We're not going. So I took a few days off to, we kind of shifted our vacation a few days. I planned to not go at all, honestly. And then, went and saw my dad. He wasn't doing too good right away, but then the day later, they released him. He was doing better, but he was going to be going through a lot of therapy. So it was difficult, wasn't sure what it was going to be like. I got somebody, my first comment here, I got to say thank you. Let's see. And hopefully I don't massacre your name. It's Jen. Is it C or Say? Let's see. So thank you. Appreciate that. This is my first live, by the way. If you guys just chimed in, I've never done a live before. This is the first time. Oh, I know who this Jen is. Okay. I just didn't recognize her YouTube name. All right, Jen, thanks. So yeah, I was talking about the Branson trip. My dad had a stroke. A couple days later, he's released. He's doing okay. He's stabilized. And there's nothing you can do. He's got to go through therapy. So we left. We went on the vacation. And I told my mom, I said, anything changes, you call me immediately. But so we went. And we got down there. Let's see. It was pretty late. I think it was probably close to 9 o'clock when we were driving down into like where we're staying near Branson. And the light, the engine light came on in my car, and it started going haywire. I don't know what the heck was going on. Every possible warning that could come up on there saying, check this, check that, check that. Like, it was like suddenly everything in the car went wrong. I have no idea to this day what happened or why. So fortunately, we were able to finish off the last 30 minutes, because that's how much we had left to get to the campground. We were camping there. And we got set up. The next day, we went out. We were tired because it was a long day. We drove the whole first day. So we kind of stayed around the campground and decided we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go out early. And that's the day we went to the Landing in Branson, which is a great place, by the way. I love that place. So we got to the Landing, and we went and had this awesome dinner at Guy Fieri's, had this burger that was amazing. Everything was good. It was a really cool place. Nice, cool outside. It was an outside mall, but lots of unique stores, not your like, not just your like, it's not like the Gap and stuff like that. Like lots of cool, unique stores. There's like a store where you can build a race car from scratch and you can customize the body and the engine and everything in it. All kinds of weird stuff in there. Escape rooms, zip lining. I mean, it's not your normal mall, but it was outdoors, really cool. Lots of music and entertainment going on. They had this really cool waterfall that does like a show. We went to leave about 10 o'clock. We walked back to the car and the car wouldn't start. I have no idea what happened. Would not start. Could not get that thing to start. So we sat there for a while. I tried everything. I disconnected the battery. I waited a few minutes. I reconnected the battery. I'm looking on YouTube for trying to find out what the heck's going on. Finally, after like 20 minutes, I'm like, we're going to have to call a tow truck. And we have a choice. Maybe we call a tow truck, call it Uber or something. And I ended up calling a tow truck place. And they're like, well, we can't be there till tomorrow. Our guys are all closed. I'm like, ah. So I said, okay, I'm going to go out and try it one more time. I'm disconnect the battery, reconnect it, and see what happens. I kid you not. I did it, and it started. And I said, okay, that's it. We're not shutting the car off till we get back to the campground. I'm not dealing with that again. So the very next day, I called the dealership, the local dealership. They said, bring the car in, but we're not going to be able to look at it for 2 days. So that's not going to be any good. So I took the car in anyway. Took the car in anyway. And I said, well, we gotta rent a car. So we rented a car. We had that for the rest of the week. The next horrible thing that happened, sorry. The next horrible thing that happened was we went out to dinner. And then went to Ripley's, believe it or not. From Ripley's, we went to, where did we go after Ripley's? The 50s diner. And excuse me, I need some water. Went to the 50s diner. And it was really fun. We had a good time. And I found out they have this drive-in theater behind the diner that you can just go out there and hang out and watch old movies. I said, that's awesome. So we go out, and my mistake, I'm filming as we're walking back there, not paying attention to where we're going. And there's some big steps. And the problem is the last step stepped down onto a angled driveway. And at the one end of the step, it was the right height. At the other end, it was like 1.5 feet. When I stepped down, I did a somersault, a complete somersault on the asphalt. And the reason for it was I really did not want to wreck my camera. So I'm holding the camera like this, and I went out with my hand and tucked the camera in and protected the camera, but I scuffed my knee up pretty good in my hand. my wife was freaking out, thinking I was dying or something over there, because I did do a pretty good tumble there. But camera was okay, so I was fine. It didn't hurt, and I didn't break anything. But that was pretty crazy. And then the last craziness from that particular trip. Oh my gosh, guys. We went to Silver Dollar City. Had a great time at Silver Dollar City. Sorry. Had a great time at Silver Dollar City. And then we went to their water park. The water park was not great. It could have been great, but they did not have a lot of people working. There's a definite lack of employees. And Towards the end of the day, we decided one last time we're going to go in the wave pool. We're in the wave pool, and we're just kind of chilling out. It was very crowded. There was a bunch of these, I don't even know any way to describe, a bunch of people that whatever country they were from, they didn't speak English. I don't know. They were roughhousing pretty bad. They were trying to like drown each other in the wave pool, and the lifeguards were doing nothing. There was one guy who was using, I think, 3 tubes, and his buddies came up to him and pushed him and tipped him over, and he came down on top of my head, pushed me down under and back further into the area where you cannot touch the bottom. So I was in probably, I would say 7-foot deep water, and it was not good. I could not get any footing, and I had a bunch of water that went down my throat, and I couldn't catch my breath, and I almost drowned. Finally my wife signaled, hey, trying to get somebody to come help, and the lifeguard finally got off her butt and jumped into the pool, and apparently just as she had done that, I was able to like touch the ground and push off hard enough towards the more shallow area, and finally got my breath, and I was able to get out of it. But it was very scary, and it was not a good thing, especially since the lifeguards really didn't do anything. I mean, they weren't paying attention, and they weren't stopping the roughhousing. It was really kind of crazy. But yeah, that was our Branson trip. It was crazy. It really was. Everything about that trip, like all the different, and that's just a few. I'm probably missing some stuff, but those are the ones that stuck out in my head. There were some other minor things that happened, but yeah, I guess the good thing that came out of it is we rented a car during that time, and we liked the car so much we actually ended up buying one. So there you go. I mean, that worked out interesting the way that was handled. Once more, thanks again. If you've subscribed to my channel, really appreciate that. You guys make this all worthwhile. My goal is to make sure that you guys can, at least for half an hour a week, you guys can kind of escape reality, get away from all the political stuff, get away from all the craziness in the world that's going on, and just kind of through the lens of my camera, see something unique, see something cool, and just enjoy it. So thank you so much. Oh, Malice Waters, super chat, $2. Thank you. Says, so happy for you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's see, what else can we talk about? I think we covered all of the, I'll do it one more time at the end. I'll cover the contest again, but I don't want to get back into that right away. And again, I apologize. I do have a little bit of a chest thing going on. It's down in my throat and it's tickling, and it's finally going away, but it's also making me cough a little bit. So I'm chewing on, or sucking on these cough drops. So show you guys some stuff. Actually, let me show you the camera stuff first in case you guys are interested. I know people ask all the time, and a lot of people have not seen these. They're like, what is that thing? So I use a camera made by DJI. It's the drone company. They make good cameras, and they came out with this thing, gosh, it's probably about 5-6 years ago. It's called the Pocket. And basically it's a camera on a gimbal, which means that it kind of tilts and compensates for your movements. And I've been using it since the first version. They are now on version 3. And when they hit version 3, everybody's using these things now. They're all over the place. So this is what it looks like. It's off right now. Let's turn it on real quick so you guys can see. But it's got this cool little gimbal that kind of flips around, and as you move, you see it's stabilizing itself. So whichever angle I tilt it at, it kind of keeps everything steady. And that's my main camera when I film. This is what I use. It's got 2 pieces. Top portion, it runs the whole thing. This bottom portion has an extended battery in it. It also has the I think it has the microphone receiver is built into this too. You guys probably seen this little thing. You probably see it this way, clipped onto my shirt. That's one of the reasons I wear the button-up shirts, because I can hide most of this. This picks up so much better. Plus, it has noise reduction built in. This picks up great when I'm doing videos, and that way people can kind of hear me a little bit better than if I'm just using the camera. It's going to pick up everything. This is going to pick up just me as opposed to like a whole crowd of people. So I really like this. And just got this summer. This thing is amazing. And by the way, the next video, I'm going to be, actually the last video, now that I think about it, there was a scene in the cheesesteak video when we were at Angelo's. I was filming and the battery died over there and I didn't have a way to charge it back up right away. So I pulled this guy out. This is my new camera. It's a 360 cam. You probably may have heard of these. They're pretty popular. It's the Insta360. It's got 2 cameras, so it sees from all sides. And I pulled this out, and the advantage of this is you don't have to move it around and point it at anything. You can I can pretty much keep this down here and just kind of hold it wherever I want. It's going to lock the horizon at the right angle, and it's going to pick up everything around me. So if I need to film something that's over there or over there, all I have to do is adjust that in editing and turn the angle, and it looks perfect. It's an amazing little camera. It's really cool. And then I got this nifty little case where it just kind of flips out like a pocket knife. Really kind of cool. Very useful camera, and the video looks great with this thing. So that's my latest weapon in my arsenal of video equipment. I also use a what is it? DJI's Action Osmo Action 4. There's the 5 out now. I use the 4. The 4 works really good. I've had no problems with it. I had the 3. I sent it back after 30 days because the video quality, there was something wrong with the focusing on it. It wouldn't focus right. So I sent it back and I said, I'll just wait. The 4 is great. It's waterproof. It's an action cam. It's great when I got to do something where I need something I can beat up, and that's my beat up camera. Does a great job. Let's see. I got some stuff that I picked up from trips over time here. Thought I'd show you guys. Some of these are older. Some of them are newer. Let's see. This one's from a trip last year. We went down to, I think this is my road trip to Buc-ee's, and we went to a couple different places. We went down to, I think that was Lexington, Kentucky, where Buc-ee's is at. And also in the area is a shop. And in the shop, you may have heard of the movie Cocaine Bear. There's that's based on a true story about a bear who, there were some drug smugglers that dumped their cocaine stash out of a plane, and it was somewhere over the Smokies or something, and the bear got a hold of the bag. Now, the movie is completely fictional, but just imagine a bear getting hold of a bag of cocaine. So they call him Cocaine Bear. He died. He definitely had a heart attack. But Cocaine Bear died, and they have him stuffed in a store in the Lexington area. And this is a patch I got from there. It's Cokie the Bear, and he says, "Don't do drugs." The next one, you're going to need to pull out your secret decoder ring, because I could not even begin to tell you what this says, but I can tell you where it came from. So this past year, we went to this cool Star Wars thing. It's kind of like, if you've ever been to a Renaissance festival or Ren Fair or something like that, picture going to that, but instead of it being that, Star Wars. It's this really cool thing called Space Dive, and they have it now. It's two weekends out of the year, and of course, May the 4th is one of the days. So it was that weekend and the weekend after, and we went to that for the first time this year. Had a blast. We'll be going back to that again next year. It was so much fun. But this is a patch that I got from that event, and I have no idea what it says. It's written in Star Wars language of some sort. I really don't know. If you guys want to take a picture of that, feel free, and you can maybe look it up. I don't know. Let's see. This is from our recent trip. This one, I think we got this. Yeah, this is this must have been Independence Hall. That one's really cool. Got the Liberty Bell on the front of that one. And of course, we went to Hershey Park. So I had to get my Hershey chocolate bar right there. And this last one, I've got more. I just don't have them with me. These are all, I like to put magnets on the back of these. I like the fact that they're patches. So they have a texture to them. And then I put a sticky magnet on the back and I cut it out so that it's shaped still like the patch. But it makes a really unique refrigerator magnet. So this one is from our most recent trip. We went down all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. And I like this one because it's got that Back to the Future look, which is a great movie. Also, I think it was just this weekend. I might be speaking the wrong thing. I think it was this weekend. They had is it the 40th or 50th? I don't remember. There was a big anniversary for the movie this past weekend. They had a big thing, and what's his name? Christopher Lloyd, who played Doc Brown, was at Comic-Con, and they had a bunch of the original characters. This was all in Dragon Con in Georgia. They had everybody down there for that particular Dragon Con to promote the anniversary. So it was a lot of fun. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, real quick reminder. I do have a merch store. I'll stand up again so you guys can see it. Selling t-shirts, all kinds of bags, cups, tumblers, playing cards, you name it, you can find it on there. I got hats. I need to order myself a hat because I do like wearing hats. In fact, if you look, this hat here is kind of an Easter egg. If you look at my logo that's now on my channel, you'll see there's a cartoon version of me riding a roller coaster in a theme park and wearing this hat. So AI helped me out with that. I told it exactly what I was wanting, and I literally went through like 10 different AIs before I found one that did exactly what I wanted, and it looked like me, and to the point where it matched the hat. So I think it did a great job making that logo for me. But yeah, it was still a lot of work, and it was all from my head. It wasn't like I said, hey, make a picture of me. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted like the theme park. I wanted myself on a roller coaster, and I wanted to see the rides in the background, and it did a good job. Let me ask you guys now, is there anything that you guys would like to see me cover on this channel? There's been a few places that I've gone to. I've tried to do videos in different places. Sometimes it doesn't work out. That's always a bummer when you try and go do a video at a certain place and you're like, oh, this will be great. And then you get there and they're like, no, you can't film here, or we don't do this, or, well, this whole thing's closed, or things have changed because of COVID or whatever it is, that's the worst, is when you look, and I try and do as much research before I go to a location as I can. What do I need to bring? What do I need to have? Do they allow this? Do they allow that? I check all that stuff before I go to an event, and it doesn't always work out because a lot of times I'm like, oh, we didn't update that. Oh, thanks. I just drove an hour and a half to get here. It happens. It does. It happens a lot. But it's not much you can do about it. The good news is that I still find plenty of things that I can show you guys, plenty of places that I go. I got lots of great videos coming. Like I mentioned, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we just went through there. I haven't been there since maybe 2000, 2001, something like that. So it's been a long time since I've been there, and there's a lot of changes. It was really neat. The day we were down there, we picked the absolute worst day to go. I mentioned earlier, I was talking about Roman Atwood, vlogger from Ohio. The day we were down there, I watch Roman's videos quite often. He was talking about, they're going to the Morgan Wallen concert. And I didn't think anything of it. He just said, we're going to the Morgan Wallen concert Friday. And he said it was in Cleveland. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. We're going to be in the same city at the same time. Well, what I did not know is that the concert was taking place directly, like we're talking 500 feet from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there was over 60,000 people trying to get into that concert when we arrived. That was a lot of fun, let me tell you. Stephanie Bell, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was so many people trying to get in there. We couldn't find a parking spot. And the parking that they usually have for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was charging $100 for special event parking. And I said, I'm not paying $100 to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So we ended up parking, I think, maybe 6 blocks away. We got lucky. I think we got lucky. It wasn't great pricing, but it wasn't, I think it could have been worse too. It was $30. So that's fine. So we walked 6 blocks down with all the people headed to the Morgan Wallen concert. And I know that because they were all in their cowboy attire. We got down there, and fortunately we were able to get in without a problem into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But there were so many people down there I had no idea. When he said, yeah, they're going to the Morgan Wallen concert, it's in Cleveland. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We're in the same city. I didn't know it was going to be right next to each other. I thought maybe, okay, some arena on the other side of town, right? I didn't think it was going to be right next to it. But, is what it is. Like I said, it's been since 2000 since I was there, and that arena did not exist then. So you just never know what you're going to get. Let's see. Somebody mentioned Mount Rainier camping. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing more camping. We're hoping to, we've got a pop-up right now, and it's been okay so far, but I'm kind of over the, when we go somewhere like this year, I didn't mention this. Let's see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can show you guys. I'll try and show you a photo because this is crazy to me. I had heard about this, but I didn't think these kind of things happened, and apparently they do. We found out the hard way. So we were camping in Pennsylvania, and we were having a good time. But I had just bought a little propane tank. I got tired of carrying around. Well, I still have the one on the camper. I think that's a 20-pounder or something like that. That's fine. But I got to run extra length hoses to get over to where I cook. And I said, I just want to get a small one. I'm tired of those little green things. They're so expensive. Just want to get a little small one that I can refill and not have to deal with, moving extra long lines and all that. So I got a little one. I got a 6-foot hose, and I said, oh, this is going to be perfect. So thinking that this would be perfect, I had set it up, and we cooked with it, and it worked great. I had no problems. It was nice to be able to just, little tiny tank, not so bad. But little did I know, here's what happens when you go camping. Apparently, let's see if you guys can see this. Apparently, squirrels like to chew on propane hoses, and I don't know why. I've never heard of such a crazy thing, but this was a brand new hose until they got a hold of it. Now the good news is, I turned the knob off on the propane tank, so the squirrels did not leak out all my propane, just what was in the hose. So I was fortunate for that. But and I did have a spare hose. That's what I had to pull out the long hose. But I guess that worked out good. But I learned my lesson. I'm definitely not gonna leave the propane hose out for the squirrels to chew on. And that's just another thing with when we do pop-up camping. I've always known you don't leave food in the camper when you go camping. You got to take it with you. You can't, because if you leave, the squirrels will chew through the pop-up area to get in your tent to get that food. And I don't want that to happen. So we've never left food in the camper because of that. It's a nuisance though. It's like, okay, got to bring it in, bring it out, bring it in, bring it out. And then with everything else, and then when you tear down, you got to take everything out of the camper and pack it all back into the car so you can take the camper down. And I think it's time for a real camper, because it's just a lot of extra work. And I think having a real camper would allow me to go further away, because then we can just pull off to the side of the road or pull into a camping site somewhere and just basically go in the camper and go to bed and get up in the morning and start driving and continue on. Just basically an overnight stay, which would make things so much easier so I can go further away. I'd love to take you guys and see some. I want to go out west. I do. I've seen some other YouTubers that go out west, and there's the mountains and the desert and all that. It's amazing, and I want to be able to. I want to see it for myself, and I want to show you guys as well. So I would love to cover all of that eventually, but it's not going to happen right away. It'll probably be a little bit. Anyway, that's what's on my mind for the future. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this channel, for subscribing, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy the content I put out. I want to remind you once again, there is a contest, a giveaway that I am doing, and it starts it starts Tuesday, because Tuesday is the 1st. Here's what it is. You're going to answer 3 questions, and by answering those, you're going to leave a comment on any video. It doesn't have to be, it shouldn't be this one. It should be any video that comes out in the month of September. Okay, so from September 1st till the 31st, you're just going to pick a video, whichever one you want, leave your comment. You're going to answer these 3 questions in your comment. What's your favorite video that I put out? What is your favorite theme park, regardless of whether it's one that I've done? And lastly, what is one of the 2 souvenirs that I usually try to get when we're at a location? Like if I go somewhere and I see something, what is one of those 2 things that I go, yeah, that's going to be it? Jen, thank you so much. Appreciate that. So what is one of those 2 things that I try and get? You don't have to name them both, just one. So those are the 3 questions. Favorite video that I've done, your favorite theme park, and one of the 2 items that I usually try and get as a souvenir. You're going to leave that as a comment in any video that comes out in the month of September, and the winner will receive a voucher for an overnight hotel stay. And if you're wondering, if the way this works, I did find a company that actually has, I forget the name of it, but it's like a gift card, and you can use it at like one of any 3,000 different hotels that are out there. One thing I did not mention is you do have to be a resident of the United States, only because I don't know if these are valid anywhere else, and I can't ship this stuff anywhere else. It's got to be in the USA. So keep that in mind. You get a one-night hotel voucher, $50 restaurant card, and that again is going to be for like your choice of like any of these 20 different restaurants or whatever it is. They're all like big names, like be like Outback and whatever the big name restaurants are, Red Lobster. I'm just making stuff up. Whatever the top 20 restaurants are, they'll be on there. And you'll also get some Your Adventure Compass merch from me to you. That will probably include, I was thinking about t-shirts, as I mentioned. Do have the t-shirts in my merch store. There's a link in the description for this. It's in the description for every video since I opened the merch store about a month ago. If you look at the video description, you'll see in there, it says, there's a couple of pointing fingers and it says merch store. And if you click on that link, you can go in there and buy Your Adventure Compass merch. I have this. I have another one that has my tagline that I end every video with. That should have been one of the questions, what I end every video with, but I didn't include that, so that's not going to be there. You guys will hear it in a minute anyway. And then there's in that store, there's tumblers, there's coffee cups, there's playing cards, there's beach towels, there's bags, there's t-shirts, there's hats, there's pants, there's sleepwear, you name it. Whatever you guys want, and there's several logos to pick from. The Compass logo that's on my shirt, you can get that in choice of black or white. So if you get a light shirt, get a dark logo. If you get a dark shirt, get a light logo. That way it stands out. And then the same goes for all the sleepwear and stuff. You can just pick different colors of it. There's also another one that is my logo that you guys, wherever it's showing up on your screen for my channel, that's me riding the roller coaster. That is one of the options. And then the last option is a new logo that I created. It's a car that is kind of driving down a winding road through the mountains with the sun. And if you look in the sun, it is a compass. And on the back of the license plate, it says YAC for Your Adventure Compass. And the tagline is this one. Just remember, adventure is only a short drive away. And that's how I end every video, guys, because I want to remind you that, you know, life is an adventure. Enjoy it. That's what it's all about. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I am going to, oh, Kevin, the traveling country boy, congratulations. Kevin, are you the one that won my last, contest that I had? I did a, gosh, what was that for? Was that for 2,000? Maybe it was for 3,000. I don't remember. I did a giveaway. I think he is. I'm not positive. Maybe he'll comment in a minute. But I did a giveaway for, I think, 3,000 or something like that. And I had, it was a couple of phone chargers. Or was it one phone? It was one phone charger and I think some cords. I don't remember the whole thing. It was a while ago. But again, more encouragement. Go out there and travel. Have fun. Get out there, make memories. You know, life is a journey and enjoy it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. This has been fun. I've never done this before. This is my first live, so it was kind of neat to do this. You know, if you guys like it, let me know. Should I do another one eventually? I mean, should I do another one next year? Let's see. Oh. I got somebody here. Let's see. What does this say? It's telling me I should celebrate my third live. Third super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Malice Waters, for a super chat. I thought it was telling me in my third live stream. I have done, this would also be my third live stream, but the other two were terrible and they were done using my phone. I found out when you do a live stream on a computer, you can schedule them in advance, which is awesome. I did not know that was a thing. So I think if I do this again, I will probably try and schedule it at least a day in advance so people know and they're not going, what's this? Again, the details for the giveaway will be posted. I'll post them on my YouTube channel. I'll also post them on my Facebook page. If you're not a member of the Facebook page, join it. It's, you know, it doesn't cost you anything. I don't post there that, just usually when there's a video coming out, that's usually my big post is, hey, there's new video. And also when I do a contest. So I'll post all the rules there so you guys know what to look for. Thank you again. Much appreciated to you guys. I am going to finish it up. And we've been online for about an hour. And the cool thing is, you know, being this is my first time doing this, we've been up and down with the numbers I've seen. I mean, you know, I guess I wasn't expecting 100 people to be on here, but it's been anywhere from, we started out with one person and I thought, well, maybe that's just me and I'm talking to myself, to at some point we had like 8 people, and it's been up and down. So thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what they say, give it a big thumbs up. And remember, adventure is just a short drive away.